Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on the purchase of your JAYFLIGHT SLX 242 BHS travel trailer. I'm here to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A few things taken into consideration. Your campsite, your awning, leave plenty of room for that to come out. And your off campsite, of course, your slide. Leave plenty of room for that to come in and out unhindered. Leave yourself a nice walking path over here. So next thing I need to take into consideration is where your power and water connections are going to be. Your water is going to be on your driver's side or your off camp side, right above the tires, and your power is on the end of the unit. So park accordingly so you can utilize facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive, first thing you're going to do after unhooking your hitch is level your unit. Power tongue jack here on the front. Simply raise or lower the unit until you got a level. You have a night docking light, and should you lose power, right here is a hole for a manual override for this hand crank. That'll get it up and down if you don't have power. Speaking of power, check your battery posts when you arrive. Make sure those haven't wiggled loose coming down the road. Once you've got your unit level, next thing we're going to do is stabilize it. On all four corners of the unit, you have these stabilizing jacks. 3/4 inch hand crank right here. Put that on and crank them down. Now, as I bring these down, I'm going to recommend jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt and debris and hot blacktop in the summer. They're going to better distribute the weight, and you do have a 10% off coupon that you can use. Grab you a 4-pack of those. Crank these down just until they're taut. Once you have any type of resistance on here, stop. Remember, these are stabilizing jacks, not leveling jacks. Got our unit level and stable. Next thing we do is hook up our power and water. Got this long 30 amp cord here on the back. Stores inside your unit. More in there. At the end of that 30 amp, if you need to plug in a home and your convenience amp pack is this 30 to 110 adapter. Got our power hooked up, let's hook up our water. On your off camp side, just above your rear tire is your city water connection. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in the unit. Always use this when putting water into your city water connect or your black tank flush. Hook this up, hook up your hose, but don't turn your hose on yet. Let's find your hot water heater. Yours is on the rear of the unit, just to the right of the power. All we're doing at this point, making sure our drain plug's back on. Get that on there nice and snug. Once that's on there, you can go ahead and turn on your hose. After your hose has been on for a little while, you go inside, open up your water tap. Once water's coming out of there, you know your air's out of your lines, and you can go ahead and turn on your hot water heater. Now, let's say you're going to go camping and you're not going to use city water. You're going to go dry docking. Up here on your campsite is your freshwater potable water tank. Simply fill this with a hose. No need for a water pressure regulator. 2 ways to tell when it's full. One, there's an overflow valve right here, or 2 on the inside where you hold on your levels, checking your battery and your tanks. Hold that fresh water button down and that'll tell you when this is full. Just remember, when using potable water is when you're going to want to turn on your water pump. Don't turn on your water pump when hooked up to city water. That's already pressurized. Alright, we're all hooked up to camp. Let me walk you around the rest of the unit here. Starting on your campsite, stabilizing jacks, your outdoor kitchen. So if you pull this out, up underneath here is your quick connect LP, and there's your quick connect there. There's your hose for that. Electric fridge. Be sure to lock this when you're leaving. This is a flue for your furnace. If you run your furnace to clear that, it'll get rather warm. There's a hood for your microwave. Again, your potable water. In your bedroom right now is a TV mount, just a stand. That stand can be clicked off and brought out here. You can use the same TV out here. Cable 110 for that. There's your freshwater drain. Drain that out right now. Your steps. Oh, I'll bring these steps down and closing them. I'll show you. Make sure this door is all the way open, otherwise this will catch on it. This will lock your door back. Your awning, I haven't run it all the way out yet. I want to show you when I go inside how far to run that out. But I want to mention you have these pitch controls on the ends. If it's raining, pull that down, all the water will come this way. Or just the opposite, depending on where your picnic table's at. Pass-through storage, your hand crank. The propane does have a cover. It's on a regulator. Point it toward the tank you want, open it up. Again, your power tongue jack. Come around the off-cam side, your pass-through storage. Stabilizing jack and slide. On the rear here is your black tank flush. We'll talk about that when leaving the campsite. Outdoor shower, city water connection, your city low point drain, you hooked up to the campsite, and then your black and gray tanks. Here's where you hook up the cable at the campsite. Spare tire has a cover. Unit's also prepped for a Furrion backup camera. There's your hot water heater, and there's your ladder. Utilize it. Go up there a couple times a year. Check out your roof. Check out your seams and caulk as needed. What covers everything out here? Let's take a look inside your unit. So immediately coming up the steps, first thing I like to mention is the fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camped with you knows that the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway in case of an emergency. Just to the right of that, on the bottom down here, is your 12-volt carbon monoxide propane detector. The reason I mention this 12-volt, it's always running off your battery. So if you're dry docking, you don't have anything plugged in, nothing charging your battery, go ahead and disconnect one of your battery posts if you're going to be gone for the day to keep this from running your battery down. Immediately to your left as you come in, control panel with exterior, interior lights, your awning in and out, your slide in and out. Here's where you check your tanks, your battery, fresh water, that's the one I said you can hold down to tell when your potable water is full, and your black and gray tanks. With your awning, right here out, you only want to run that out until that flap falls down to 90 degrees and you can see that black bar. As far as you want to run that out, it will run out past that, so be careful. Your speakers are on the end of the awning, which is great. It points down at your campsite instead of out at everyone else's. I'll run your awning in here real quick. Show you that working. I'll shut off those awning lights. Once that's in, we can go ahead and walk around the rest of the unit. So coming into your kitchen, this is all one-touch lighting. Self-explanatory microwave. Here's a light and fan above your stove top. This glass top makes an excellent backsplash. Panel light. Turn it to your flame. Notice it goes blue to red. There's your spark. Also on your oven, same thing, no need for a pilot light anymore. Turn this to your flame, hit your spark here, that'll light it and then set it to the desired temperature. Click this down, that gives you an oven light. Just below your oven is an access panel to your breaker box and fuses. Touch on the top and it'll open up for you. Couple 40s, handful of 15s in there. Highly recommend grabbing a handful of those. Take with you when you go. Your door to cold fridge. Touch that, Normally if it's off, it'll take about 5 seconds to turn on. Whatever's white up here is what you're controlling. Right here is the freezer. That's a 5. If you want to make it 4, you could do this. We'd like to keep the freezer at 5, the fridge at 3, and this is a night mode. It's telling the fridge that you're not going to be opening and closing it a lot. Go ahead and save me power, and it does so. Your bunks with their own one-touch lighting up here. Coming in the bathroom, the only thing I want to mention in here, and a light switch, so this is where your 110 with GFCI resets at. Also to maintain your plumbing, just like you would at home. Remember with this house, you're bouncing down the road, so keep an eye on your plumbing. In your ceiling, you have a hand crank open exhaust vent. Coming around the corner, here's your thermostat. I'm going to turn on your air. It's got to be 80 in here. Just kick it on here. There it goes. So AC's on. I'm going to shut the AC off. Much as I don't want to. See, the AC shuts off quick. Now I'm going to go back in here to your furnace. Remember, over here is where you change the temperature. Turn your furnace on. Probably because it's already 70 in here, if not more. Try to get this to come on for you. It might be 90. Oh, there it goes. Okay, it might be 90 in here right now. So I'm going to shut that off. You'll notice, you'll hear the sound. The furnace always takes a little bit longer to shut off than the AC. That's all I wanted to get to. Lift this tabletop off, remove those legs. Set your tabletop on these wood pieces here. Put your cushions on top, and that gives you another sleeping area. If you have yet to install your television, here you have one coming. Here's your audio system. So whatever's blue is on. Shut off indoors. Turn it on outdoors. So dual zone. AM, FM, disc, Bluetooth. 3 different FMs. A couple AMs. Nice system. Touch it once to mute. Hold it in to shut off. On your TV, once that's hooked up, there's a green light here next to your cable. Make sure that's on before you run your digital channel scan. That's a digital channel enhancer that'll allow you to pick up more channels. In your bedroom here, this clamp here is the one I said you can put a TV on. Just remove this TV and hook it up outside. Not much more in the bedroom. I just do want to mention, when you are traveling, make sure that you have these snap back. There's one on each side on your bedroom doors. Speaking of traveling, let's act like we're leaving the campsite. I like to shut off my interior lights here, because then I can walk through and see all the lights that are all one touch that need to be shut off by hand. In the bedroom, I did want to mention this 110 over here. There's also a accent light. All of the lighting in your bedroom is one touch. It's nice because instead of having them all on, you can just dim it down to one light. See, I also have a stove light on. Once I see all the lights are off, I can come over here, turn my interior lights back on. Make sure all doors and drawers are closed. In this case, more specifically this one. Slide in. You see the importance of having that door closed. Note the bottom of the slide always comes in first, because that's where the slide mechanism's at. Once your slides in, shut your interior lights off, exit the unit. Again, like I said, you want to make sure this exterior door is all the way open, otherwise this will catch on it. Lift it up in here, lock that in. It's going to lock in your stairs. Lock and deadbolt your exterior door. Lift and turn this, your door is secure for travel. For our dry docking, go ahead and hit this low point drain and open that up. We're hooked up to the city, unhook your cable and water. Once your cable and water is unhooked, you can come to your hot water heater, open up this pressure release valve. That's going to spew a bunch of hot water out of there, so be careful. You can empty your hot water heater. Make sure you push that back down, otherwise your door won't close. And then put this, or pull your drain cap. Make sure you close your hot water heater back up. Yes, people forget. Bring up our stabilizing jacks. Come over to this low point drain now and open up both those. Depending on how much water is in there, you can dump it at the campsite or usually up at the dump station. Hook up your hitch and head on up to the dump station. I'll park accordingly at the dump station. Your dump is going to be behind your tires on your driver's side of your tow vehicle. To get up there, go ahead and grab your hose. Comes with your convenience pack. Hook that up and pull your black handle. After you pull that black handle, it sounds like it's no longer draining. Again, take your water pressure regulator and hook up to your tank flush. With that black handle open, go ahead and hook your hose up there. Run that for a good 5 minutes. That's going to wash all that nastiness out of your black tank. Shut that hose off, close the black handle, pull your gray handle. It's going to be your cleaner waters, your sinks and your showers. That's going to clean your sewage hose out for you. Come to your bumper, squeeze and pull. Sometimes easier than others. And conveniently and sanitarily, store your sewage hose right there in your bumper. Again, we thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this JAYFLIGHT for many years to come. Happy camping.